Very pleasant morning, dear children. Let's see a lesson in history, the classical world. Greece, the Hellenic world. We'll see one after the other, okay? Until 8th century BC, Greece was not different from the rest of the world because the people were illiterate, the craft specialization was primitive, and also the life was difficult to them. Acropolis. He was the one, the Greek empire, who fortified the city of ancient Greeks, which was on the hill in Athens. And this was an illustrative example of their advancement. And the city state in Greece fought with each other, but they bound together by trade, by common and religious practices, and even with the festivals. Olympic. It's a festival of sports and game, which they considered as very important. Even today, it's played. Greeks' victory over Persians. King Darius, his period is 55 BC to 486 BC. He was heading Persia, decided to conquer Greek city-state. So, at his first attack, he failed because all the soldiers have been met with certain disease. And when it was by the second attack, he landed through the sea, and even that was being failed. The third attack, he was added with Spartans and started to move on sea where their ships have been destroyed. Thus, the Xerxes was written back with nothing. Democracy in Hellenic Greece. So the Greek city state first emerged carrying the legacy of the past. The rulers came from the lines of tradition and their chieftains. So whatever their traditional, their ancestors does, that has been followed, and they have found the Hellenic Greece. Urban development, new building and enormous temples have been constructed, and also such as Olympian, the Zeus at Athens. Athenians democracy. In Athens, the pressure from below resulted in the replacement of both oligarchy and tyranny democracy. So the Persians' danger had united the Greeks. The struggles by the rich landowners against the democracy also landed up. Pericles, his period is 461 to 429 BC. Athens had a great leader, Pericles, and he had a power for 30 years. Athens and Sparta were continuously in war with the Philippines. So this war was called as Peloponnesian War. Athens, despite hostility and disturbance from Sparta, became a noble city with magnificent buildings. Even their artists and the great thinkers and the historians have been considered this Pericles' age as age of Pericles. So his period has been considered as a golden period in the Greeks. Rome with the Hellenistic period. So after Greece, let's see about Rome. Rome, the society of agriculturists organized through the line of age. Roman people divided into two classes. One is patricians, the rich landlords, and the other one is plebeians, the common citizens. The trade route. Some had a crisscrossing trade route and cutting through the north, south, and east, west. So crisscross in the sense as like X. That's what we call it as crisscross. So it's said to be with the trade with all the four directions. The revenue they have been collected through agricultural products. So they have increased the treasury through the agricultural products. Development, it has been the Rome has been developed late after 6th century BC into a prosperous town. Class wars. There was a class war between patricians and plebeians, the rich and the commoners. The prisoners of the war enslaved in Rome. Big landholders bought slaves very cheaply because they were huge in number and used them to cultivate their estates. And also, the population grew into 2 million and above. Not only that, even the poor who were unable to plow in their land were met with crisis. So they sold their children into the slave markets at a cheaper rate. Conflicts between patricians and plebeians. The patricians, the richer, have become bloodier. So they have both to kill as many poor and the slaves. Transfer of power from consuls to emperor. When Marius became consuls with the support of equities, there starts the violence. So, when Marius became consuls with the support of equities, he made an attempt to push through a land distribution bill in the Senate, which led to violence and the allies of Marius were killed. This resulted in the civil war between the followers of Marius and Sulla. After expelling Marius, Sulla reigned for 3 years as a virtual dictator. He was killed and succeeded by Cinna and Catalina. Let's see and continue. Establishment of principates. Marius and Cinna versus Sulla. So, likewise, one after the other, they were about to fight against and win over them. Same way, Pompey were about against fighting against the Julius Caesar. After Julius Caesar's death, the Brutus and Cassius have come into the position, and they both fought against Mark Antony and Octavian. And Octavian is also called as Augustus. Finally, Mark Antony and Augustus fought, where Augustus won. So, with the establishment, they were about to have the de facto monarchy to re establish political stability. Thus, the period starting from Augustus is known as Principates, that is 27 BC. And Augustus called himself as an imperator, equivalent to the English word emperor. So he called himself as an emperor by defeating every one of his enemies. Society under Principates. During his period, the imperial ruling class became far more prosperous than under the Republic, than ever also. And luxurious goods like silk, spices, gems, etc. from the east have been got into trade. Cities were built on a large scale with the temples, theatres, markets, stadium, and colosseum, where this colosseum was world famous. We'll see to that. The gladiator killing the people. So, a rich people distract the poor by organizing games. What were the games about? It was in the circuses where the gladiators were forced to fight and kill each other. So the killing the fellow person is enjoyed by a gathering. So this is how been done in Colosseum, which was world famous, and this has been talked about even in later periods. Augustus, the age glory to the empire. So it was also called as Augustan age, a glory to the empire. Pliny, he was one of the voluminous writer of Encyclopedia of Science. Within the Seneca, he also have been written Encyclopedia of Science. Horace, he has written Ode of Pleasure, the Song of Pleasure, which is very much used for the life. Livy is a specialist in the prose stylist. Tacitus is an historian who have been given a good history of the world as well as the Rome. So, with all these eminent personalities, the Augustan age have been considered as a glory to the empire. And not only that, the Virgil's island glorified Roman imperialism. Marcus Aurelius sent embassy to China. It's an important event in Roman history to sending an embassy to China, to the other country. Now let's see how this prosperous, well-placed Roman Empire have been declined. In 330 AD, the center of empire moved from Italy to the Greek-speaking city of Byzantium. So when there was any problem with the vast area, it was unable for the rulers to look into because they have moved the city to Byzantium. So when Italy was attacked, they were unable to hold that or save that. In 410 AD, the Goth Alaric led his forces to sack Rome, that is, to take away Rome into their hands. Frank Clovis also took control of Gaul. Ostrogoth Theodoric proclaimed as emperor. Final onslaught came from Vandals. So, slow by slow, one after the other, there was a fall in the Roman Empire. Odovac revolted Romulus Augustus and deposed him. So, this was the end of Western Roman Empire. Now, children, thank you, and we'll stop today and continue with it.